Hello, lovely. Tawny Janae here. So grateful to meet you on the mat. I am not on a mat. You don't need a mat. All you really need is a block. Now, if you have a mat, awesome. You just need a space to boogie around, a positive attitude, and let's get right into it. This is the elevated hips and lower back class that will literally have your lower back the longest and lengthened it's ever felt in your life. And if not, you get your money back, but it's free. So just kidding. Lay back onto your back. Now, if you didn't know, this block has 3 settings, right? 1, 2, and 3. We start with number 1. Are you ready? So first, number 1, you lay down. No block underneath you. You just worry about yourself. Lay down. Yum. So I'm on my back. My knees are bent. My feet are on the floor. Take this glorious, nourishing, elevating block on the first setting and slide it underneath, not your lower back, but your sacrum. So the lowest lows of your spine, place your hips down. Now, if you're unsure, like, is it low enough? Reach it lower and lower until you feel like, it's way too low, I'm gonna fall off, and then just scoot it half an inch from there. Realistically, the end of the block should be in the middle of your butt cheeks or even lower. Yes. From here, all I want you to do is take your feet wider than your hips. You can rock your head side to side and check yourself out. Is she set up? Yes. Simply tick-tock the knees from one side to the next. Oh my goodness, it's already so good. Start to cultivate deeper breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. And maybe hang out on one side for a little longer. You can really drive both of your knees down. Oh, you might fall off. That's okay. But notice the more you reach the knees side to side, the more the side of the block bites into the juiciness of your booty. Yes, that is what we want. Right now, we are massaging our own bodies using this block. Massaging all of the muscles that insert at your sacrum, your keystone bone at the base of your spine. And it is an extraordinarily lubricating and nourishing process for the hips and the glutes. It might even alleviate some lower back pain if you have any. I hope you don't. Good. The next movement is where we bring our knees over the hips. Now notice, I'm not asking you to tabletop your knees and engage your abs. I want this to be super passive. This is the yin side of this full series, yes? So my heels are working towards my own booty cheeks. They're super relaxed. Everything's all sorts of bent. From here, if you want some support, you can hold onto the block. But simply start to circle the knees, little tiny circles. And notice just this little 2-inch circle starts to, again, massage the back of the body, the lower back, the sacrum. All those muscles that are inserting at your sacrum are getting love right now. Oh, it feels so good. And right now we're in a little bitty baby inversion, which is always so nice for the heart, the cardiovascular system. Now start to make those circles even wider, making them all sorts of dramatic. If you want to hold on to the block, you can, but I don't want you holding here. You're going to stop the block from biting. I want you to reach and frame the block, the part that's close to the floor, either on the front side or the back side. I don't care. But make really dramatic circles. It should feel super good. Notice when the knees come in towards the chest, you can even hang out here and sway side to side and let the block bite into the top of the posterior side, the back side of your hips. Yes, this is where the lower back muscles insert. And I just like rocking from side to side, kind of swaying my hips. It feels so good on the lower back. And then maybe go back to those circles. The next movement here is where you lengthen the legs all the way up to the sky. Now, if this movement isn't for you, you can keep the knees bent and keep circling the legs. But I 10 out of 10 recommend straightening and extending the legs fully as straight as they will go. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Slight bend is good. But the point here is to stay here for a while, maybe flex and point the toes so that the blood slowly begins to drain from the legs. Yes, this is really good for headaches, insomnia, varicose veins, circulation, swollen feet. It is the end all be all. And I like to just engage a little bit while I'm here, making super dramatic ankle rolls, going one direction and then the other, noticing The muscles in the ankles that have started to atrophy are the ones that are going to sing first. The weakest muscles sing the loudest. You can feel them, but persevere just for a little bit longer. Good for 3, 2, and when re-straighten the legs as far as they will go. Maybe wiggle the toes, feel the blood rushing just for another moment. And then when we eventually now bend the knees and place the feet down, you can feel the blood rushing back into the feet. I think it's so cool. The body's so cool. Are you ready for the next setting? Yes. Same, but different. Pick your beautiful booty up off the block. Now flip the block onto the second setting. Yes, here she is. You look great. You're doing great. Now situate yourself. I don't want the block here. This isn't it, guys. I want it as low as it goes, right on that bone at the base of your spine, your sacrum. Oh, yes. Again, fully repeating that same sequence, just on a higher setting, feels wildly different. Start to heel toe your feet out where your heels are wider than the block, wider than your hips. You can hold on to the block framing, bending the elbows at the lowest part of the block, closest to the floor, like I said before. But now we get to tick-tock the knees from side to side. None of these movements are quick. They're all slow. They're all nourishing. And the slower you go and the more time you spend on either side with the knees really reaching, the more you get to feel the block bite into the booty. Oh, can you hear the birds? We're in Australia, y'all. It's so pretty. We're in the wild. There's some crazy bugs out here. Everything in Australia is trying to kill you. But fun fact, this block isn't. So we're going to stay here for a while and enjoy. Again, tick-tocking from side to side, letting the block bite. And then once you've finished whatever round or side you're on, then gather the knees to where they stack right over your hips. Again, kick your own ass, okay? I want your heels to your booty cheeks. I don't need you to engage anything. Holding on to the block is welcome just for a little support. Try on those teeny tiny 2-inch little tiny circles, okay? Going one direction. And then making them bigger. Notice where the block bites, somewhere slightly different because we're on a different setting. Feels so good. And then change the direction, starting with the bigger circles and working your way backwards from the larger circles to the smaller ones. Now the second setting is elongating the lumbar spine even more than the first. Should go pretty good. And once you've found your teeny tiniest little 2-inch chani circles, you can bring that motion to a close. Extend the legs up as far as they will go. If they're bent, that's all good. We just, again, want the blood draining from the legs. Now, I love to do something while I'm here, whether that's deep breathing with the eyes closed, connecting to your breath, your lungs, your body, the right now, the present moment. Or if you want to look at your own cute little toes, flex and point those bad boys, really engaging, bringing drama to the flexing and to the pointing. So you're working your ankles, working on mobility there as we land here for a little while longer so we can let the blood really drain. Start to do some ankle rolls. Yes, going one direction. Yum. And then the other, switching directions. Again, taking it slow, discovering the range of motion in your ankle today, right now. Every day might feel a little different. Glorious. Bring that motion to a close. Extend the legs as much as they will go. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees. Place the feet onto the floor once again. And notice, feel the blood rush back. It is so cool. It feels so good. We're flushing blood in our own body. It's so cool, giving the heart some love. Okay, ready for what's next. You can stay here or you can try on the third setting. Really lift your hips up, drive your heels into the ground. And if you need a little more space, right? Oh, can't get in there quite yet. I want you to come onto your tippy toes, reach the hips up, and then find yourself on the third setting. Now, really make the block as low as it will go to where it's supporting the sacrum, not the lumbar spine, the lower back. Yes. Hold on to the block in the middle. I like having stability here because we're higher up. Notice when you tick-tock the knees from side to side, keeping the heels super wide. If you lean, the block leans with you. Ooh wee. So be a little careful, take it slow, but there's some serious opening in my hips happening. It feels so good. If you're still on the second setting, enjoy this moment. We're all lengthening our lower backs and lubricating our hips at the same time. And the longer you stay, the more you choose to move slowly in this, the better you will feel when you come off this block. I promise you, your lower back will feel insanely long. Next movement, pick your knees up, stack your knees just over the hips like we did before, and make teeny tiny circles. And this time, keep them relatively small because we're on the block. And I don't want you falling off. No bueno. Good, going one direction. Yum. Maybe landing with the knees close to the face, swaying side to side, massaging there. And then changing the directions of the smaller circles. Last move here. Extend the legs straight. Stay. You know your options. You can breathe. I get excited about the now, the present moment, and stay and hang out here. Or bring some motion into this pose by flexing and pointing, or making dramatic circles, or flowing through all three. Honey, it is up to you. It's your time on the mat. I'm just so lucky we get to spend time together. Just a little while longer, and I really cannot wait for you to feel how your lower back feels after all of this. It is so glorious. Good for 4. For 3, straighten those legs as much as they will. Go for 2. And 1, bend the knees, feel the blood rush back into the feet. Oh my goodness, it is so cool. I can feel the temperature in my feet change. It's wild. To come off the block, press into the feet. You might need to come onto the tippy toes. That's freaking dope. Slide the block out to the side, and then slowly, and I mean slowly, piece by piece, part of the spine by part of the spine, vertebra at a time, all the way down to the mat. Yeah. How tall do you feel? Very rarely can I ever feel my lumbar hanging out on the mat, but after this block series, I always can. Enjoy this moment. Stay here, marinate, make sure you hydrate. But again, this class is a part of a larger series where we have both yin block classes and yang, meaning restorative, nourishing like this, and then demanding classes where you get energized and strong with me. But I extraordinarily appreciate you spending your time with me on the mat. It means the world. Make sure to subscribe if you like what's going on here. Hit the like button. Your girl appreciates it. But wherever you are, I hope you have the most beautiful day. Namaste. Tawny Janae.